Zdravo! Hello, you guys. It is William calling from Wiwibloggs, and since Serbia's national selection for Eurovision 2022, Konstrakta, she has really gone viral all over the world. This song has been on iTunes charts, Spotify playlists, it's been viral, it's been all over YouTube. I mean, even our reaction video was trending in Serbia. It's been bananas, and this performance deserves it, frankly. It's loved for a reason because it's so eye-catching and really enigmatic. In any case, the official video has dropped, and I think we should watch and react. Devin, are you ready?
My hands are sanitized, William Lee Adams. Hey!
Let's do this. Just so you know, you can read the lyrics to the song on the Wiwibloggs website. Our Oliver has given an analysis, translated the lyrics, and I found it really helpful in understanding this.
Hitting play. Huh.
Ooh,
break that bread.
She's cracking those bones.
Flesh of Jesus Christ. You got a glass of wine,
juicy. Get all that meat, girl. Oh, yes, boy, eat. They like their protein.
Very serious.
She is hungry.
But social justice
what a beautiful home.
is not a laughing matter.
But there's tension. In a healthy body. Is she on the toilet? Oh.
What is the secret of Meghan Markle's hair? A good husband, good marriage.
Oh, she's doing a beauty regimen. Wash those hands, girl.
Dehydration.
Sexy lingerie. Manservants. And a dog. This has a Cruella de Vil vibe.
This is like unveiling a medical journal.
Biti zdravo.
Biti zdrava.
Biti zdravo.
Biti zdrava. Biti zdrava.
Dirty dog mouth
Biti zdrava.
on the hands.
Biti zdrava.
Biti zdrava. She has such a strong look, such a strong perspective. Her hair is as healthy as Meghan Markle's.
This is really authentic.
I love this part. There's real rhythm and flow.
Okay. Dogs counting steps. We are walking.
She is feeding this dog for real.
Heart beats by itself.
Kucak.
You will get that medical insurance.
There's something about the leg position. It's like she's giving birth. This is a very clear critique of society. The artistry is just flowing. It's so sanitized and almost cold.
I mean, talking about health, just on the back of Corona, and washing your hands, and, you know, the medical situation in Serbia, and...
Moji,
Yeah.
moji, babe.
To be healthy, to be healthy.
Corpore Sano, Corpore Sano.
Healthy body, healthy mind. You can't divorce the two. A sad soul in a healthy body.
This is art. This is pop art.
What shall we do?
Wow.
Well, we can talk about this.
And they're eating. Back to being animals. Eating the meat.
Drink that wine.
There's a lot of tension at this dinner table.
Flesh and blood of Jesus Christ. That's what I take from this.
Oh, Lord. I don't think I would want to be a guest at that dinner party, not because the food doesn't look delicious, but because there's a lot going on between those two people.
The rationale here is clear. Music is being used as a vehicle to discuss social change. Many people have commented that, the pandemic has had such a massive impact on hospitals in many countries, Serbia as well, and how the pandemic was handled and the aftermath of dealing with the virus has had a massive impact on medical facilities and institutions around the world. And you know what? Serbia is no different. I mean, I live in the UK and, the NHS has come under great strain under Corona. A lot of personnel have been lost. And of course, all these, social distancing and quarantine measures have meant that some of the people that should care for those who are ill and those who are unwell are unable to do so because they're in quarantine. I mean, so it's had a massive impact. There's also the secondary issue here of, musicians not having access to medical insurance. That's major. That's major, and that's something that's being discussed.
I think that this music video really just cements the fact that she is a proper artist. When she approaches her work, it's not just to make people laugh, it's not just to make people smile, it's to convey a message. And everything about this seems so thoughtful. It seems so well drawn out, well outlined, and then well executed. Now, you can interpret this in like 10 million different ways, and she herself has said that the lyrics are open-ended and she doesn't want to prescribe a specific meaning. So really, all of your answers to what this is about are correct. So here are the opening lyrics. I wonder what's the secret behind Meghan Markle's healthy hair. I wonder what's the secret. I wonder what's the secret behind Meghan Markle's healthy hair. I wonder what's the secret. Now, this is really funny. You can interpret this as her suggesting that we have an overemphasis on the way people look and that one's physical health, the way the body looks, that's an indicator of the overall health, completely ignoring one's mental health. And I think Meghan Markle is actually a really good example. Yes, she's beautiful. She married into the royal family and people thought, what a fairy tale ending. But as she told Oprah, she felt both silent and silenced by all of the turmoil inside the household. So despite having beautiful hair, despite having what seemed like the perfect life, she was really hurting.
In a recent Wiwibloggs interview conducted on ground in Belgrade when Konstrakta won, there was that feeling of, I need to process all of this, because she came in to tell her personal story, and a story that cuts very deeply for her. And she had no idea how much that would resonate with everyday Serbians, so she's won. But beyond that, there's a bigger wave here. There's a viral moment pushing this even further. And this is one of the contenders to win Eurovision 2022 because the messages here are universal. What's the secret behind Meghan Markle's hair? Well, first of all, she is my Duchess. She is Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex. Yes, Queen. And dehydration is probably one of the secrets. But I would say, you know what? She's got a great husband. She's got beautiful children. She's a happy woman. Yes, she went through a lot of pressure, but you know what? She left the space, she checked out, and she's back in her country living her own life. Of course that hair is gonna glow. Of course!
It's also kind of ironic because Moroccan Oil is obviously a beauty brand and it's a sponsor of the Eurovision Song Contest 2022. And here you have the Serbian singer Konstrakta essentially questioning whether we should be buying into values of sort of physical beauty. I gotta say, our girl looks good in this video. I mean, throughout this video, she's on point, but she also doesn't look happy. I think it's a really interesting contrast. She's almost severe in the video and emotionless, as if she's not able to feel despite looking perfect. You can figure that one out yourself. Building on that idea, I want to read on the Wiwibloggs website what Oliver wrote. He said, Konstrakta builds on this notion with her climactic chant in Latin, highlighting how society has completely forgotten to register one's mental health as a marker for how healthy we are. She sings how the body is healthy, but the mind is sick, sad, frightened, and desperate. Yet this all means nothing as long as we appear well on the outside. And she has also clarified in interviews these questions about the health card. A lot of people have asked her, does she have health insurance? And she has said no, like many others. Not just in Serbia, but around the world. Not everyone has health insurance. And so as an independent artist who isn't tied to any kind of mainstream media or mainstream brand, she's basically constantly putting herself at risk because she can't afford to have health insurance, but she wants to do, her job. It's this constant tension, how, society doesn't reward people. Like, she's a citizen of her country too. Why shouldn't she be entitled to health insurance? But there seems to be this thing of, oh, you're an independent artist, therefore you don't qualify. I don't know, health insurance should be a human right. Like, I think we all agree on this. In lots of countries, including the United States where I'm from, it's not so simple, and not everyone has it.
And whilst, we can say that music does not replace the value of articles, books, journals, and a lot of stuff that have discussed coronavirus at length, and, the situation in Serbia, certainly a lot of local publications can. What this does is that it puts it back in the headline news, So whilst we discuss music and we say we like this and all the rest of it, there's a bigger issue at stake here. Let's actually talk about what this music is about, which is now generating a much wider discussion in Europe. One thing I really like here was the original national final performance, which I first watched. I think that is light years ahead on this music video. This music video does really get down to the bare bones of three separate scenes here. The dining table, chewing bread, drinking wine. I think I may have spotted chicken in that. And then the Dalmatian, the dog, going out for a walk. But most of it was centered around her washing her hands in the basin. And I feel like, yes, what she did was just pick the three highlights of her message and freeze frame it for that music video. But the national final performances actually is a lot more creative and it's a lot more impactful. And since staging is the A+ game here, I can't wait to see how this will shape up when it comes to Turin.
So you could argue that the constant hand washing in the video is an attempt to stay healthy. This is how we write about it on the Wiwibloggs website. This explains the constant hand washing we saw in Konstrakta's national final performance, as well as the lyric, "We're lucky that the autonomic nervous system exists to maintain our heartbeat, since without health insurance, many artists have to worry about falling ill, but sarcastically, at least we don't have to control our own heartbeat." And you can also look at this as a statement on conformity and identity. Again, I'm going to read from the Wiwibloggs website. Seeing her wash her hands during the performance and Konstrakta's position as an independent artist, one could begin to understand how the media treats such artists who do not conform to the mainstream, as well as how governments all across the world handle those who do not align themselves with their ideals, washing them away. All of these points are nicely concluded at the end of the song, so now what? How do we as humans proceed knowing the state of the society in which we live? Well, that's up to all y'all to figure out.
In Corpore Sano serves as an inspiration for Serbians to examine some of their bigger issues, social justice, medical provision, the unfair treatment of artists who we celebrate on stage, but they're being deprived of something as basic as medical insurance. But also giving you a different subjects to engage with. This is not about boy meets girl, let's fall in love and hold hands and kiss until sun comes down. This is about circles around your eyes signaling liver failure. This is about, a healthy mind in a broken body, or a sad soul in a healthy body. This is much deeper. This has texture. This has gravitas. This has depth, and this has importance and timely importance. We're just coming out of a pandemic where lots of lives were lost, and the impact of that, not just on our physical health, but also on our mental health. And everybody was affected by Corona. Even if you didn't lose anybody, or you didn't catch it yourself. Just being in that environment where there were so many adjustments, which affected which affected everyone's civil liberties to a large extent. Yeah. I'm rambling on a bit, and I'm aware of it, but that's just because there's a lot to unpack here. And in Corpore Sano you have to listen again. You have to, read the transcribed lyrics again. You have to watch the video again. You have to even stare at the facial expressions again and just read the movements. Everything here tells a story. Everything is thought out. And, when I first reacted to it, I liked it. Now I'm moving towards loving it. And yeah, Eurovision 2022. This is a good one to have in the school of Eurovision 2022. Yeah. Evaluations, discussions, driving for change. We are the sum of many parts.
All right, so I'm just going to wrap this up by saying she is epic. I think this song could really surprise people. This song it's going viral for a reason, because it's arresting, eye-catching. She can sing, she can deliver, she can emote, she can perform. I think this could surprise people. This is one to watch. This is one that will go to the final, no doubt. I could see this winning the televote. I think we're going to see a lot of this in the run-up to May. Y'all better have some hand lotion to keep those hands moisturized, because all that soap will be washing off your skin. This is epic. This is everything. This is a total 180 from Hurricane last year, which I loved. And it just shows the diversity of the music scene in Serbia, the diversity of its national selection, and also the country's willingness to take risks. I mean, the fact that Serbia chose this, Serbia is willing to be brave and bold, and I salute you, and I cannot wait to see how this turns out.
Konstrakta, are you on Pinterest? By the way, there's a Twitter account called Eurovision Mood Board. Created a beautiful mood board. Go check it out. And while you're at it, please follow Wiwibloggs on Pinterest, and we will see you later. Bye.